Hello everyone, Spud here, and in today's video, I want to talk to you all about the next Battlefield game. It's been called Battlefield 1, and it's going to be set in freaking World War 1, guys. This is going to be incredible. If you went back and you watched my predictions video, you would know that I didn't see this coming at all. I was blown away when I saw the trailer. I was convinced that they would be sticking to either modern or near future for their games, because simply it would be easier for them as a franchise. They wouldn't have to give up things that become a standard for them, like helicopters or assault rifles or light machine guns. All those things, they're staples of the series now. They're kind of expected. So by going back to World War I, where the main infantry fighting weapon was a bolt-action rifle, is insane to me, and I'm wondering how they're going to pull it off. And I'm wondering if they're going to even stick to historical standards, because it seems like they're trying to bring back in light machine guns, and there are only like one or two really even around during the duration of the war, like the Browning automatic rifle and stuff, and that was all sort of done at the very end of the war. So I'm wondering how they're going to really do this, and they might be looking at more fringe prototypes like the Peterson device that made a Springfield into a 10, I think it used 10 rounds and it was fully automatic. It was really a strange weapon. But maybe they're going to be focusing on a lot more of the prototypes to try and expand on weapon variety, because really, your average soldier would either have a bolt-action rifle like a Springfield or an SMLE or a Mauser, or they would be an officer and they would have a handgun. There's not really a lot of weapon variety happening during this time period for your average soldier, so that's why I'm sort of surprised that they went with this route. I think they've confirmed that the assault class will be using SMGs as well, which, I mean, yes, they were used during the time period, but not nearly to the same extent as bolt actions and handguns were. They were a minority on the battlefield. So it's really interesting that they've chosen to take this route. And since they've given up things like helicopters and infantry fighting vehicles and attack boats and things like that, they have replaced them with some pretty cool stuff, though. Like, they're adding in multi-crew biplanes, so like you have a pilot, you'll have a gunner, maybe a front and a rear gunner or something like that. I don't know, but imagine how cool it would be to have your friend buzzing around in a biplane and you sitting in the back seat with a light machine gun firing at somebody on your tail. How cool would that be? That would be pretty awesome, in my opinion. They're bringing in player-controlled battleships as well. Not just like, I don't think they're just gunners either. I think they're actually driven by the players, which is so cool. I don't think that's been a thing in the series since the original 1942. And that's just so awesome to me. Another thing that they've announced is that there will be multiple tanks per faction, and I'm assuming that to mean at least 3. Because if you think about it, tanks had just been invented as a concept, really, and everyone was trying to figure out what the best way to design them was. So there were dozens upon dozens of prototype tanks for every country developing them. So there's a lot of really cool, really out there and oddball tank designs that they can sort of pull on to bring into the game. So I'm hoping to see some really cool tanks like that. And while we're talking about tanks, I don't think there were many bazookas or anti-vehicle weapons around. I think the main way that someone would be killing a tank would be a really heavy caliber bolt-action rifle, like what in these large caliber Mausers that you actually get to see in the trailer is actually visible there. And how cool would it to be if rather than trying to blow up a tank, you were trying to kill its crew? So you'd have like a recon with one of these high caliber rifles, try and aim for the driver of a tank and try to punch through the armor and kill the driver out and then focus on his gunners next. How cool would that be? And it was such a different way of killing vehicles than we would be used to. I mean, I want to see that in the game. DICE, make that happen. That would be probably my favorite thing to do as a recon or as a sniper, would be to kill tank drivers. Make it happen, guys. Another thing they've announced is that they are adding in separate types of melee weapons. So some will be faster, some will be stronger, some will have more reach, and they're adding in bayonets and bayonet charges. And all of this, to me, says that they might actually be focusing on smaller environments, which is weird because World War I is sort of known for open tracts of land, but maybe they're thinking about the trench fields and stuff like that, where you'll be very up close. And since most people in the war didn't carry secondary weapons, having a melee weapon made sense. So yeah, they've also confirmed that they're adding in mustard gas and artillery, so the gas mask will be making a return from Battlefield Hardline, and hopefully they do it in a really cool way. Like, it'd be cool if it was almost like a Revolution event, that a area would get hit by mustard gas and everyone would throw on the gas mask and wouldn't be able to see very well. And so they'd be looking around in the sort of haze of this yellowish gas, trying to see enemies and blow them away. That would be really cool from a gameplay mechanic. But yeah, guys, I hope that they kind of stick more towards having semi-automatic rifles and bolt-action rifles more than SMGs being the main guns in the game, just because I feel like that would make it feel like a very different experience. If SMGs in the assault class were sort of the mainstay, I don't know, it wouldn't feel as much like World War One to me as it would have World War Two. But that's just my opinion, guys. I don't know, maybe some of you guys would rather keep with having automatics be the king of the battlefield, but I just think that it would make it feel less authentic and less World War One. But anyways, guys, that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'm excited for this game. Hopefully you are too, and I'll see you guys all on the next video. Bye bye.